way of thinking validates itself. Either you give it a try, or you have to discredit both of them. So either the scientific way of thinking is based upon scientific way of thinking, or the scientific way of thinking was based upon rational thinking. How can I perform an experiment in a proper way in order to get, if not sure results, but results with a very high degree or level of plausibility and possibility? So we see that regardless the foundation of the scientific way of thinking, you see that the rational way of thinking is even more important, because it is the foundation of the scientific way of thinking. Because nothing can be based on itself. Nothing can emanate from itself. Because before it was discovered, it wasn't there. So how can you base it on itself when it wasn't there? So that's contradictory. You have here a very great contradiction that people normally doesn't think of or are not aware of. So the rational way of thinking has to be given credit for its ability to deal with a lot of things within its limitations. A Greek philosopher, I don't recall his name now, I don't remember his name, but a Greek philosopher, just to give you an example of how ridiculous so-called thinking can be. A Greek philosopher, he was asking this question. If you have a turtle and you have a rabbit, and the rabbit is 10 times as fast as the turtle, and you would let both of the rabbit and the turtle to compete with each other on a distance of 100 meters. Which one of them would win this competition? Our eyes would say us that the rabbit will win this competition very easily, since it's 10 times as fast as the turtle. But he would say, okay, now if we give this turtle an advance, we say that the turtle would start after 10 meters. So the turtle has to, just run 90 meters instead of 100 meters. For each meter this rabbit is running, the turtle will run 1 meter. For each 10 centimeters, the turtle will run 1 centimeter. For each 1 centimeter, the turtle will run 1 millimeter. And in this case, you will see that the rabbit will never beat the turtle, because it has this 10 meter advance. It's a very strange way of putting things. How can you rely on an assumption? And how can you rely on more or less, because this is in fact is more or less wish thinking, that the rabbit is not going to catch the turtle, while in reality we observe by our own senses that the rabbit will beat the turtle not by 10 meters but maybe by 90 meters. But this person was questioning the reliability of senses, and if he is if he is capable of presenting such an absurd idea that the rabbit cannot be the turtle because our senses, they fail sometimes, then we have to ask him, how do you know that senses fail? It is by using senses. You're not using anything else. How do you know that they fail? How do you know that they work? Because when you speak about failure, you are assuming that there is something else than failure, which is normal functionality. And when you say that senses can fail, they can betray you, yes, that's correct. But then you are assuming that there are cases in which our senses are not failing, are not betraying us. So this person, this Greek philosopher, with this absurd example, he was trying to let people understand that reason disconnected from reality, that mind, ration, disconnected from reality, was the only solution, was the only source of knowledge. And this is not true. Because once you detach ration from reality, then you are not within the field of thinking, rather you're within the field of having illusions, dreams, delusions. Call it whatever you wish, but don't call it thinking, because it's not thinking. Now it's 6 o'clock, so we can have a pause of 5 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes, and then we can continue after that, inshallah.
I just want to inform you about that this Sunday, inshallah, we're planning to do a jogging activity. So the one who wants to go down in weight and start running, it's very welcome to jog.